English translation. Is Luffy going to free Loki? Zoro and the new giant warrior pirates? What's Saul's condition? In chapter 1131, we see Loki giving off a strong presence trying to make Luffy release him, and we also get glimpses of Zoro, Robin, and the others. But will Luffy really set Loki free? It appears that Loki isn't fully aware of Luffy's status as an emperor or his background, but he must sense that Luffy is quite powerful. Also, when Loki calls Shanks a coward, Luffy instantly reacts with anger, likely indicating that Loki senses Luffy's connection to Shanks and Luffy's straightforward personality. Still, it seems like Loki may view this as an opportunity to manipulate Luffy. I believe Loki might try to negotiate with Luffy, asking to be freed in exchange for information on Shanks. However, Luffy would understand that Loki has been imprisoned in the underworld for 6 years, meaning he's someone who shouldn't be released. So I don't think Luffy will agree to the exchange. After all, freeing Loki would cause trouble for Elbaf, a country Luffy admires. However, Loki's personality seems as tricky as that of the Norse god he's named after. I suspect he'll somehow use Shanks to trick Luffy into retrieving the key to his Sea Prism stone chains. To do that, Luffy would likely go into town, where he might encounter Hajrudin and others. I also think there's a good chance we'll see Luffy reunite with Kid. Kid's crew may have been taken to Elbaf after Shanks crushed them, or they might even be in the underworld. Perhaps they're trying to recover, seeking a ship, training, or working in Elbaf, which could lead to a reunion with Luffy. They met in prison back in Wano, after all, so prison would be a fitting setting for another reunion. Now, as for Zoro and his group, are Zoro and company about to join the new giant warrior pirates? On a suspension bridge leading to town, Zoro and his group are being pursued by Goldie, Berg, and Gers, who have Road and the Sunny in tow. It seems likely that the new giant warrior pirates, excluding Road, are pursuing Zoro not with ill intent, but to greet them as fellow Straw Hats and perhaps return the Sunny. While Zoro knows that Hajrudin is the captain of the new giant warrior pirates, he likely doesn't know the other members, so without a formal greeting or introduction, he won't realize who they are. Once they reach town, there may be greetings and introductions, and I think Road will be scolded by Gers. After acknowledging the strength of the Straw Hats, Road might rejoin the new giant warrior pirates and even pledge loyalty to the Straw Hats. With Dory missing, Zoro's group has no one to rely on in Elbaf, so the new giant warrior pirates may become their support, eventually reuniting them with Luffy and Robin. Moreover, I think Goldie, Berg, and the others will guide Zoro around Elbaf, introducing him to notable places, explaining the country, and even telling him about Loki. When it comes to Elbaf's Loki, Nami might respond, recalling the proposal Loki made to Lola, as told by Chiffon. Given that Nami and Lola shared a sisterly bond, Nami might want to know what kind of man Loki is. There's even a chance that Nami might end up meeting Loki, which could lead to her being the one to release him in the end. Loki's abilities are still unknown, but even with Sea Prism chains, he may be able to use his powers momentarily, potentially manipulating Nami in the process. With Nami's skills as a cat burglar, getting the well-guarded key might not be difficult. Then there's Robin. What's Saul's condition? Robin and her group have arrived in Elbaf, and she is undoubtedly thrilled about reuniting with Saul. However, it seems Saul has collapsed and is not moving. Saul is referred to as Professor, which suggests he's the scholar Dory mentioned, who talked about Vegapunk. I suspect that Saul has hidden his past as a former Navy Vice Admiral and instead claims to be an archaeologist in Elbaf. Being called Professor Saul implies that he's respected and admired by the giants of Elbaf. But what happened to him? After being frozen by Kuzan during the Ohara incident, he survived, but he may still be suffering from some after effects. His survival story is intriguing, and there might be an explanation for how he endured it. However, it's possible he has little time left due to these lingering effects. This might create an opportunity for Chopper to shine. Since giants live long lives, Saul is likely still young by giant standards, so Robin and her group may strive to save him. With Lilith, a clone of Vegapunk present, joining forces with Chopper, their best hope will be essential. The Straw Hat Pirates would undoubtedly be willing to help Saul, Robin's benefactor, without hesitation. We can only hope that Saul makes a full recovery.